Hello and welcome to session 6 of Heaven on High, a City of Mist actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG network. To see all other episodes of Heaven on High, please visit happyjacks.org/. Heaven on High. And to see any of the shows on the Happy Jack network, please visit happyjacks.org. Please do. We're begging you. It's very important. We need the numbers. I am your intro GM Lloyd, and we are playing through episode 6, and I'm joined by 4 incredibly beautiful people, starting from Rose.
Hi, I'm Rose. I'm going to be playing a lot of things today.
And then Joe.
Hi, I'm your intro player, Joe. Today I'll be intro playing Jacob and the Big Bad Wolf. Looking forward to it.
And then Mo.
Yo ho, I'm Mo. I'm going to be playing Adam. He's a Frankenstein type.
And finally, Leona.
Hello, I'm Leona. I'm going to be playing Priya, aka Shanti Priya, our little vengeful spirit of the party.
Right, so first things first, we have safety tools inside the things that we'll be using. I love all of you quickly, and I shall do a quick recap without going too wild. In the land that we live in, the world that we're on, the dreamers are investigating a case. The case being who has taken one of the avatars of the city, Venus's powers away, while one of their members sleeps in an eternal slumber somewhere far beyond their reach. The party are working together to solve which member of the casting crew while working on a commercial is responsible for the taking of Venus's powers. So far, the investigations have brought them to 6 people that they're looking to, and unfortunately, one has already been lost. Who knows if others will be lost otherwise? Their big second move was to enter the dreamlands themselves, to view them in the dreaming form, where they can see them from what they really are. But their machinations have brought them against someone they were not expecting, or perhaps were expecting in a way they weren't quite ready for, the Dream Eater. But that question is neither here nor there. Holly, you have the wheel.
So we open on somewhere strange. It seems that space isn't operating the way it should. There are stairs going to places that don't seem possible, running in directions that don't quite make sense. If you've seen The Labyrinth, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We have an MC Escher painting in 3D. And amidst these non-Euclidean stairs, there is the sound of violence and the music to match. If you're familiar with The Only Thing They Fear Is You by Mick Gordon, that is playing in the background. The camera pans and we see a figure holding an axe as she is cutting down another person, and the camera starts close up as you see Holly with her Liberty Spike mohawk turn towards the camera. There is a gash across her cheek that is just pouring blood. She looks like she's almost in a berserker frenzy, and you see her swing the axe, and the figure in front of her, which is also Holly, falls and tumbles. And it lands, and the camera follows it as it goes, and it pulls back, and Holly is standing atop a pile of corpses. All of them are hers. And when that corpse finally stops, she lets out a breath, wipes some of the blood away, and looks down the other side of the hill and goes, "You all right back there?" Towards Samuel.
At the back, a young man comes up. He looks thinner than the last time he was seen on camera, but more importantly, tattoos all over the back of his hand with a big snake that connects to each other pulls on up, and he grabs the end of the stairs that he thought he was going up, but is now sideways on, and pokes his head around and goes, "Are they gone?"
For now.
How long are we gonna keep? How long can we keep this up? It's Holly. I I get you're trying to help, but is this worth it?
I don't think time is necessarily the way to look at this. We're stuck here. And she kind of looks at her wrist where a watch would be, and there's just scars. And she looks back at Samuel, and you can see her force a smile as she goes, "Don't worry, I'll get you out of this." And she puts the axe on her back and starts finding a stair to climb.
Sam walks up next to her and he goes, "I don't know what I did to make you be stuck here with me. I know I asked you to make sure nothing bad would happen, and I didn't think it'd be this far. I just wish this could be better."
Yeah.
And as he says, "I just wish this could be better," his voice slurs. And as he says the word better, freezes. Everything freezes. Everything stops. The color on the screen, of course, thins into a slight grayscale. And as it does, on the stairs, walking down, wearing a dress with the stars of the night themselves glowing through it, flowing like light, walks down Venus. She casually steps each time, so you can see how incredibly lovely her heels are. And as she does so, coincidentally, she steps over another corpse of a fallen Holly. And she goes, "I must say, you are very good at what you do, even if the target is not exactly. Is the word kosher I'm looking for? How are you doing, my darling? I don't think we've actually had the pleasure of meeting."
I know you by reputation.
Oh, most people do. So how fares the living through the dreamland, fighting an eternal war that you can never win thing? It appeals to me in some kind of facsimile of life and death that I just cannot get enough of. It must be so tiring, and yet you're still here. You know, stronger people than you have fallen.
It's not about strength. It's about drive.
And what drives you? And she says this slightly bitterly, "Holly, what drives you to be the person you are? What is it that gives you meaning? What makes you not wish to just lie down and die?"
She looks at Venus, and her eyes kind of are already blue, but you see that little electric snap from her powers, and she goes, "I can't be stopped. Not by you, not by this, not by him."
She takes a deep breath and she goes, It's that kind of tenacity that means that I definitely made the right bet. Right, come along. I'm gonna go wake you up. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think I was coming here for a house call? I have negotiated that you should be allowed to go. I think you fought a great, valiant fight, but it's been exhausting. And to be honest, there's not enough space in the dream for all of us. So come along. Easy. That's the way. And she like literally puts her hand out. And as she puts her hand out, you see a bed. Like a hospital bed with yourself in it. Time's a wasting. Let's get going.
I'm not going alone.
She stops in her step and she turns around. She goes, "Excuse me?"
That's the deal. If I get out of this, I'm not getting out alone.
You seem to have not realized exactly what I'm offering you here. I'm giving you a chance to live. This isn't a negotiation. We don't get to bargain here. I'm no Dormammu. You don't have to do that. You can't just leave.
I'm sorry. Did you think that was a bargain? No, that's an ultimatum.
Well, I'm sure I didn't see this coming.
Then you don't fucking know me.
Well, to be honest, I suppose... Yes. I can free you both. But there is a price. Now, you understand the meaning that this isn't a negotiation. So allow me to say, I am not someone who takes things away. I am no Dream Eater. But the Dream Eater would ask for a price if both of you are to leave. Are you willing to pay it?
Holly looks back at Samuel and then at the mountain of corpses and turns back to Venus. Yes.
Venus had a half smile throughout most of the conversation, but for the first time, her smile completely lights up. And she says, almost knowingly, "Good." In the dream, we cut to the film studio that has turned into a forest laden about. The camera, still on Venus's face, turns, and the actress playing Venus in that shot is now being voiced by Rose. As we pass the role back to you, here you go. Enjoy her for a moment while it lasts. And we look upon this studio, which has turned into a dark, spooky forest, and onto a being that has been joined by multiple people into one. It glows with pure white light and red, darkened eyes. That color flows out of almost beautifully through the air. And as they stand up and they look around, they face each and every single one of our four protagonists. Hi, everyone, you're on the camera now. And they go, "I am the Dream Eater." And then the title card hits in, everyone's title card goes in. What would you like to do as the scene kicks back into where we left last week?
Can I get a description of the Dream Eater? Like, how is it manifesting before us?
So, full body, arms and legs, it looks like, but everything is light.
Okay.
And the light doesn't like go, ha! It's like just a being of white all the way around, except for the eyes, which are just that weird color you got from the painting. That color of dreaming.
Is this what I saw when I stepped into the room?
Yes. For a second, you saw it when you stepped into the room. No pressure, because otherwise I'm gonna start throwing some harms at people. So if y'all want me to just to do that, I can.
It sounded like the wolf was
No, we should-
closest.
Yeah, I feel like the wolf was about to do something. I really need
Yeah,
the wolf.
I just want to give you a chance to monologue if there was. If not, then the wolf's gonna do some stuff.
Yeah,
Y'all
the
good?
Dream Eater doesn't start monologuing.
Okay,
They start in action, so they just stand up
Great.
and they look at all of you.
great. The wolf's gonna pounce.
Excellent. So, you know how you get to roll like go toe to toe, or you get to go all of that.
Yep.
Don't do any of that. Don't
Also
do
make a new
any of
character.
those. Face danger. If you fail to face danger, there is no penalty. If you fail to face danger, great things happen to you.
Awesome. Let's do this. I'm excited.
Roll new
do- do I still-
character.
Do I still build the pool towards
You still
towards
build a
roll?
pool towards the pounce.
Okay.
This is part of the pounce
So-
pool.
Okay, so I'm going to. May I tag Wolf's Instincts?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Predict foe's next move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Beastly Fighting.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was beastly fighting.
Well,
The Thick Skin and Hide.
I will not give you thick skin and hide.
Okay, that's fair. Totally fair. I think that's about it.
Excellent.
for
Because when you're done with that, you leap up through the air and you're coming straight down on the Dream Eater. The Dream Eater sort of turns towards you and they look at you. And as they look at you, you can't tell where Jacob begins and the wolf ends as he attempts to rip the wolf and Jacob from each other. As in, one of them no longer exists. Please roll. If you succeed, you will have great things happen to you. If you fail, even better things happen to you.
Oh my god.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're doing great.
May also tag dream walking?
No,
No. Okay. So I'll
you
I'll go
cannot
with that.
tag any abilities that have to do with the dream.
Wow. Okay, cool. And then this is face danger, right?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Oh, let me yeah.
Fantastic.
Whew.
You feel as you are mid leap, you and Jacob separating.
Mhm.
It's only by your pure instinctive will that you somehow still bond and keep yourself together. You
Wow.
finish your leap, and as you do, you land as Jacob, not as the wolf.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
As in, Jacob is the one in the dreaming, not the wolf. When you get to the ground, and
Got it.
and as you do, the Dream Eater reaches to touch you, but the wolf comes back, and you're back to the wolf again, and you move away from it. And it looks at its hand and its size, and it turns around and it looks at all of you one by one, and then it looks over at Priya, and it's like, you will have to do. Priya, please face danger.
Whoa! That's kind of like her in-character reaction.
Yes. They are attempting to rip Shanti away from you.
Oh no! No, not this.
Oh yes.
No,
Oh,
not
yes.
this.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Just a heads up, if y'all want to interrupt and try and like tank a hit for someone, you are more than welcome to. Keep in mind, at the moment, dealing with the Dream Eater puts your mythos and your logos at risk.
And this is the Dream Eater
Do we
trying to
have to
grab me, right?
declare? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, this is the Dream Eater trying to grab me right now, right?
Yes, it is.
Ugh.
Okay. Do we have to declare that we want to try to tank before the roll happens?
Yes.
I would like to declare.
Not you though, because you've just taken a hit.
Can
I
I
apologize.
Can I tag doppelgangers? Can I try to fight back?
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna tag doppelgangers because she's going to try and let the Dream Eater take a doppelganger and not actually hurt Shanti.
I love that. So he like
That's
get
great.
over here's you.
It was like,
And they're
"Huh."
like, haha, fakies.
Yes, exactly
Getting over
that.
here. Sub-Zero's like ice form. I love it.
Shadow Clone
Yep.
Jutsu.
Yep, Shatter Cloud Jutsu. Hey. Let's see. Can I take fighting lessons and always ready, or does that just not help?
I'll give you fine lines always ready. I'll do
All right,
nice.
all right. We'll do all of those, and that is face danger.
Excellent. Yeah, do it.
Ooh! Wait, did it tell you? I hope it worked.
That's a miss.
Oh!
That is beautiful, isn't it? Delicious. Okay, so good news, good news, good news, good
That's a
news,
5.
good news. How many logos do you have, and how many mythos do you have?
I have 2 logos and 2 mythos.
You have a choice. You can let the Dream Eater take. Oh no, you wrote a fail. Oh no, yeah. You will be flipping at the end of the session 1 logos to a mythos and 1 mythos to a logos.
Ooh, okay. Switcheroo.
You will swap 2 to 2 different ones. Please make a note of that for later. As they literally reach out to you and they start to split Shanti and Priya apart from each other. You are both in screaming form. You take no penalties yet, but that's for later. And they consider that yes, will I take action?
Yeah, Venus, as soon as the Dream Eater is latched onto someone else, she's going to call up the spirits of the dead and start, like, dogpiling it.
Excellent. Take a risk.
Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to go with call on those who have passed. Wield souls like weapons. And even the gods fear me.
Nice. Let's see what you got.
And that is face danger?
No, take a risk.
Take a risk. Okay.
Yes.
And what was that roll? That is a 9.
Ooh, that's not bad. You have a choice. You can either do some good damage to the Dream Eater in order to push the Dream Eater away from you and slightly weaken its control on the dream, or you can restore Leona and put yourself at risk.
Okay. Venus is not going to help. She's going to try and kill this
Didn't
thing.
think she was going to. Yeah. So,
she has not redeemed herself yet. Or possibly ever.
As you do so to keep it going up, and they're so busy occupied splitting those 2 apart, your spirits come up and they turn towards them. As they do, and they come towards it, they disappear as they make contact with the light. But it's enough for them to drop Priya and not completely rip them apart from the dreaming selves. They turn towards you and now they look really angry. They turn up and they put their hands out and they wipe across, like everything, just wipe across. The tag that was created earlier, the forest tag that was in the session, is now gone. Everything is based in white. There is now the tag blinded by the light 3 in the location. Everything is blaring out. The only thing you can see that isn't bright lights is their eyes glowing. At the same time, because you were there, Priya, you notice when they do that, something falls off them, like a person falls from the form they are and hits the ground and disintegrates in black. Hey, Adam, how you doing?
I'm all right. So I have one of 2 moves. Because I have secret compartments. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to drink some alchemy or if I want to drink some of the dream ink that I've collected.
Well, those are both entirely terrible ideas. You should do both.
I mean, desperate times.
It's up to you how you want to go, because the Dream Eater is there. In case, just a heads up, if the Dream Eater, just to help you realize, if the Dream Eater is occupied with someone else, you don't face danger, you take a risk. That is the basic start. If you're able to get to the Dream Eater's level by, for example, drinking some of that weird spooky juice,
Yep.
That's when you can go toe to toe. But that will also have consequences on you.
So I drink some spooky juice.
All right. Take a risk, please. Oh no. No, 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 no. I think that qualifies for you that you are no longer holding back. What would you like to do as soon as you drink the juice?
One more time?
What would you like to do after you finish drinking the juice?
Well, I mean, first I need to see what happens.
Oh, whatever you want to happen will happen. But what are you going to do directly after that?
I'm going to separate the Dream Eater.
Separate it from?
Break it into its composite people.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. In
I'm
which
gonna
case,
I'm gonna break Voltron up.
all right. In that case, it sounds to me like you're going to stop holding back.
Okay.
This is a mechanic in the game that we've only used once. It's when you go beyond your power set and try to do something that's well and truly out of your level, which normally I wouldn't let you do in the dreaming. But because you've intentionally drunken the spooky juice, I think that counts.
Okay.
You have, I'm going to, the first thing is that I consider what level it is at. Let me get the paperwork. 1 second. 1 second, caller. Lloyd has to open the PDF. Ba, ba, da, da, ba, 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 da, ba. All right, there it is. I'm going to consider you doing this, you taking a point of no return. You are going to roll 2d6 plus 2 because that's how many logos you have. If you get 7 to 9 or 10 plus, you do it. However, if you get 7 to 9, one of your themes will go away next session. And you have to replace it. If you get a 10 plus, you're all good. If you roll a 6, you are going to replace a lot of themes.
Okay. I'm gonna check upgradable because I'm upgradable.
There's no numbers. There's no adding things to it.
Oh,
it's just 2d6 plus 2. You add the amount of logos you have and you make the roll.
Okay, so I'm gonna click stop rolling back. I have added +2 to power.
Mm-hmm. That's all you need. And good luck.
And a 7.
A 7 means, Mo, just like Leona, you will also be replacing one of your themes.
Okay.
You will lose something about yourself to do this. But please tell me what it looks like when you drink the dream juice and you split the Dream Eater into multiple parts.
So I drink the dream juice, and anybody who's watching sees atoms start to glow with the liquid iridescence that the Dream Eater has. And so I start to glow just like the Dream Eater. But the Dream Eater is bigger than me. And as I start to see in a whole new range of light, I can see that the Dream Eater is these people stuck together on some quantum plane. And I'm able to reach into that plane and separate 2 of them, which breaks the Dream Eater apart.
Congratulations. By you breaking the Dream Eater apart, you will also inevitably push everyone out of the dreaming. How would you like your exit to the dreaming to look?
Colorful. A bright flash of light. We've seen this before.
That sounds fair. You enter the dreaming by essentially kind of driving into it, and you leave it by crashing out. The 4 of you come spiraling out in your own specific form. Shanti looks wrecked, but so does Priya. And for a moment, both of you exist in the same place. The same thing happens for you, Joe. Both Jacob and the wolf come out split. But most importantly, when Adam steps out, there is a moment where you can't recognize Adam for Adam being what they are. All they are is a mote of light. And then just like that, the 4 of you go crashing into the ground. You roll around. There's some kind of like busyness that goes on around you. And when the camera pans back to you, you are lying just outside of the studio area of the park in the grass, in the middle of the, no, not in the grass, screw it, in the middle of the street, rising from the ground as you are. Forever changed by a very, very short but very interesting meeting of the Dream Eater.
I stopped traffic.
Beep, beep,
Somebody-
beep. Someone's like, hey, I'm driving here. Beep, 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 beep. You know, generic people in the street trying to get you to move. Nauseous.
So,
Priya
sorry.
will peel herself off the ground and look around for Shanti. Like,
Shanti is gone, but you can feel her back inside you, but she
Oh,
is
thank God.
retreated.
Okay.
okay. And she will just kind of stumble her way off the road and, like, collapse on, like, the sidewalk or a patch of grass, whatever's nearby.
If it's okay with you, Jacob would probably try to make sure you're okay.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm okay. Whoa, I feel bad. Oh.
We need to get off the street.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Diner?
Diner.
Venus comes tumbling out of the dream as a swirl of souls and like impacts the earth like a meteor.
Jesus Christ!
You can
the
also
car guy stops honking, just like.
Is anyone still around from the crew?
You can hear screaming coming from the inside the park.
Yeah, Venus is running that way.
How about the rest of you?
Well,
I
if they're
guess the diner
screaming,
will have to wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
alright, I'll stumble over to the frickin' yes. Grumble.
Nice. You come running back in, and what you find is that you can see that people are screaming because both Sully, the scriptwriter, and Sandra, the sound expert, have collapsed on the ground and they're bleeding. And all the other crew members, Nandi, Padma, and Abdul, are all over them, being careful to watch it. For this instance, they are too busy to use the on-site tag on you, Jacob.
Okay.
As they are crowded around the area, calling for an ambulance, the three of them desperately. Whatever happened in the dreaming, it affected two of them.
What do their injuries look like?
It's a bit varied. Sandra looks like she's just bleeding from her nose and also from her ears. And Sully, for all intents and purposes, looks like he's bleeding from his mouth, just coming out with blood flowing from it. People aren't quite sure what that means, whether it's internal or otherwise, and they're kind of panicking.
where's Padma?
Padma is also there. The three of them are there. Nandi, Abdul, and Padma are there watching those people.
And sorry, you said Abdul's there?
Abdul's there, yes. Currently, everyone's concerns is calling an ambulance and making sure the crew's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if you leave them to it, they'll be heading towards the hospital with those two people. However, if you're going to interrupt, it better be really good because people's lives are in danger.
I walk beside. I'm sorry.
I have a really terrible thought. Just the worst thought. But Venus has a problem with the six of them working together to become a host for the Dream Eater. And
There's only three now.
Okay. But what if one of them was dead?
Like
that's
dead,
the worst thought. Like it's just
Like
like,
more dead?
just shoot him.
Oh, hang on a second, I got this. Prop.
Literally.
Done.
She's
We
got
solved
people
the problem.
who got this.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
I mean, do we of the three that are like quick out of character timeout? Of the three that are
Yes.
standing, do we think that one of them is the Dream Eater?
Padma.
I don't. I was thinking Mandy, but I also like don't think it's any of them.
We need more information.
Yeah.
I
And
walk
we'll
up next
locate
to
it here.
Padma and I say just loud enough she can hear. I say, "You better come find us before we come find you."
No shit. Okay.
Okay, wow. Straight up. Mama raise a Hellraiser. In the fight. Come find us, we find you. Give me a convince. Because I think that will definitely change what Padma will do.
Convince. So am I changing my cards now or am I changing my cards
No, you're
later?
changing them at the end of the session.
Okay. So
because there was no way I was gonna make you change it in between the sessions because I was like, that's gonna take so long.
I'm clicking fair and honest reputation and source of authority. And where's my other thing? And yeah, just 2.
Sounds good. There's no penalty for it.
7.
Right. What's called? What do you want to put on her as a tag if she does not comply?
My inclination is something like panicked.
Oh, great. That's a great one. Yeah, she'll take it. She takes panicked. And as you say that, she looks terrified. And at that point, she will move back from you as you say that, and she'll run off the scene.
I walk away. But I keep an eye out for Abdul.
Abdul's there too.
That's
Abdul
what I said.
chases after her.
When she runs away, like I'm just clocking. If he wants some, I got some for him.
He doesn't know who you are.
That's fine. He doesn't know who the wolf is either, but you know.
True. They both look at Nandi. Nandi's like, go to her, and Abdul will run off after her because they don't know what you just said. And Abdul was about to be like, did anyone hear my fingers crack from that? That was amazing. But Nandi go after her. Nandi's looking at you for the first time, being like, what are you doing here? What is happening? But he's more concerned about the people who are down. So
I walk away.
At that point, as you walk away, they'll get the ambulance in. And she will take the panicked tag from you. The ambulance will come in and take the 2 people who seem to be terribly injured, and it will take them away with Nandi. Eventually, at some point, Abdul and Padma will join them at the hospital. But for now, that is that scene done. What would you 4 like to go to next? Because it is now your downtime. You've had a moment to catch yourselves up. You've had your first ever encounter with the Dream Eater, and actually the Dream Eater, not like, oh, going to be the Dream Eater, lol, getting my way there. You've met the actual Dream Eater, and you met them in the dream. So if you want to explore a mythos, or do anything else like that, or do some clue investigations, now is the time to do it. I will once again click the button that shows you everything you need to do by stealing Adam's page. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you lending your page to me. You can give attention to one of your logos. Keep in mind, some of you will be losing your logos or your mythos at the end of the session. You can work the case. You can explore your mythos. You can prepare for your next activity, or you can recover from your last activity.
I'd like to work the case.
All right. What would you like to do, and what clues would you like?
I'm not quite sure how, but I want to try and nail down some more information about the Dream Eater. I guess these are more like clarifying things. I don't know exactly how Venus would work this. Other than maybe like trying to parse through her stolen memories or something like that. What I really want to know is I guess, were these people just a host for the Dream Eater and not the source?
Do you have what sort of information you want information to be your memory? So it sounds to me like you're going to explore your mythos and try and speak to the version of you that came before. An easy way to do that would be to, in your mind, to imagine that version of you is dead.
No. Well, that's some real like two halves make a whole. You go through the hole to get to the other side kind of logic, but I love it. Yeah.
But you only have one question if you do that. So it better be a good question.
Okay.
We
Team,
can come back
help
to
me
you in a
out
minute
here.
if you want.
Team, help me out. What's my one question to ask from my memories? What's the source of the Dream Eater?
Yeah,
I want
is
I want to
that
know
sounds
how to
right.
stop the Dream
How to
Eater.
stop it? I don't know if I would know that.
Yeah, I think you should go for like who or what is the source of the Dream Eater? Like, where is this coming from? Who is this person?
Yeah, I think that's.
Is the Dream Eater a being, or like is it a condition? Is it a like what
Is it a gestalt entity?
right?
Like
Just entity.
big nerd shit. Don't worry about it.
I got you. I got you.
I'm laughing because I got it.
Hey. Yeah, let's. Okay, my one question will be, oh god, how do I want to phrase this?
Make it good.
Should it be what is the Dream Eater or what is the source of the Dream Eater? Which one do we think?
I would go for what is.
What is? Okay, what is the Dream Eater?
Well,
That's my question.
okay, do that.
Dice rolled.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Fate chosen.
All right.
Thread severed.
There's a part of you that looks through that part of your memory, desperately trying to find what is the Dream Eater in a kind of way. Now, what context do you want me to answer that? Do you want to answer it in the form of what is happening this session? Or do you want to answer in the form of the entire world in a nice little nutshell?
Entire world sounds good. I'll take what you can
All
give
right,
me.
cool. It's probably not going to help you in this situation, but screw it. Let's try our best. From the recesses of your mind, looking through, trying to resurrect, to find amongst the sticks what it was that you've lost, something that you reached in to get. Is the Dream Eater in your mind, from everything that's written down, is a protector. That is the word you pick up, which is not something you're expecting.
Incredibly unhelpful. Thank you.
I did tell you. I told you this. You were like, yeah, let's do that. I'm like, okay, I'll give you what you want, but it's not going to help you in this situation.
Yep. No.
Okay.
Yep.
I tried. Anyway, back to the rest of you. I'm sorry.
No, I asked the question. You gave me the answer. You gave me the answer I asked for, not the one I needed.
I gave you so many chances to be like, do you want to make it, you want to zoom it in a little? No, you want to go, okay. I'm sorry,
It is
Rose.
in my nature to want to know more than is good for me.
Well, there you go. All right. Anyone else want to use the downtime?
I can't decide what to do, honestly, so I am still thinking.
Take your time.
I just have some ideas for scenes. I don't know mechanically what they are yet.
We can always, after the downtime, we can do whatever scenes you need. We can what scenes do you want to go for? And we'll just do it.
Gotcha.
But a downtime can help you nail down what you want from those scenes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So like working the case or explore your mythos is a nice, easy hiccups way to go forward to give you something more. I'm sorry, Rose. I did try. I tried so hard.
So, I think I want to explore my mythos.
Yeah. How do you explore it?
I take myself apart.
Okay. Describe what that looks like.
So I'm exploring Perpetual Machine, and I connect myself to steampunky valves and devices, And essentially, I am trying to figure out what that liquid did to me so that I can understand how to stop the Dream Eater.
Okay, that sounds incredible. What is the question you would like to ask and mark attention on Perpetual Machine?
How to stop the Dream Eater. I think I said that.
Do you want to learn how to stop the Dream Eater in the context of this episode and story, or do you want it from the world? You're asking this very carefully.
Do the first one. Do the first one.
This one.
If someone
Very
asks
carefully,
if you're a
I'm asking.
god,
God,
you say yes.
say yes.
Very carefully how I phrased that.
I want to know in this case.
From meeting the Dream Eater, from that encounter you had with the Dream Eater, from breaking this thing down and what you met up with them, you shouldn't have won that. The Dream Eater should have just wiped you all out immediately without a problem. Whatever you were facing there, that was an aspect of the Dream Eater. Which means whatever this is, it is just a small part of what the Dream Eater is. And most likely, it is connected to just one person within there. You stop that person, you will stop the Dream Eater.
I already knew that.
Well, I've confirmed it.
So what you're telling me is that shooting someone actually could have fixed this.
Bam!
I'd like to load that save slot now, please.
You just need
No,
a
no,
revolver has
no,
6
no.
rounds. There's 6 suspects. Actually, fewer now.
Can I reload? Can I reload the save? No, okay.
Can
3
I-
suspects, which means 2 bullets per suspect. Double tap.
Can I reach out and speak with the wolf?
No, you cannot. Not till after the downtime scenes.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Shanti / Priya and Jacob / the wolf.
I'll bite. I'll bite.
Yeah, do it. Get your teeth in there. Also, remember, everyone, just a heads up, I know you've all been using Dream a lot, but there is like a generic mystery solving the case from the ground part of the game too. You don't have to rely on your Dream skills to solve the case.
Trust me. That's what I'm about to do. I would like to work the case.
All right.
And I'm hoping to actually infiltrate the Aaron Kent Foundation because I'm still curious to know what that Nandy and Aaron Kent Foundation connection is.
Ooh.
Because last time you wouldn't give me the answer. So thank you. Thank you.
All right. If you're working the case, you get 3 clues. That's 3 questions of your choice. If you use them all, you're fine. If you save them, they will last until the end of the episode.
Yes. I think Shanti will use her doppelgangers to sneak into the Aaron Kent Foundation.
Nice.
She she wants to know what is the connection between Nandy and the Aaron Kent Foundation. That's question number 1.
You search as a doppelganger infiltrating. You search through your files like a normal person does instead of going into the dream and you crazy people, and you find something very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The paperwork concerning Nandy and Aaron Kent mostly connects to the well-being and the safety of Padma.
Mm-hmm. Well, that part I knew.
What was the question you're asking? What a connection between them and were?
What is the connection between Nandy and Aaron Kent? Not in terms of Padma because I kind of knew that part. I guess what I'm specifically asking for is like,
how do they end up in cahoots? Maybe.
Yes, thank you. That's what.
There was a contract drafted up that they would sponsor everything involving Nandy if Nandy was willing to 1, do their work specifically, 2, work with a third party codenamed Venus, and 3, the third one Nandy wrote in themselves, the well-being and the safety of Padma.
Mm.
That's what the contract says. Those are the three aspects of the contract. They had to work with Venus. They had to specifically involve involve Padma along with it, and they had to do work in advertising and pushing things up for the Erin Kent Foundation.
Is there any evidence here of what the Nandi and Padma connection is?
Yes, there is an addendum in the area, and it concerns Padma's background.
Mm-hmm.
Padma was an orphan. Padma was someone who grew up in an orphanage, and Nandi had asked for a test to see if there was a possibility they could be related. They are.
Mm.
The tie is by blood, but it's unconfirmed as to what tie it is.
Mm-hmm. So they're blood related somehow.
Yes.
It's probably safe to assume that Padma doesn't know.
You have one more question.
I have a quick question. What are the relative ages for those two?
Nandi is 40s and Padma is 20s.
Okay.
Is there anything that I can see here that would lead me to believe that Aaron Kent or Nandi are the Dream Eater? Like,
That is a loaded question that I cannot answer
okay,
from
never
papers that you're
mind.
looking at.
Never mind.
So you have to, I'm sorry, I can't be like, and this is the clue because you're not gonna find that in the Aaron Kent paperwork.
That's fair.
Dear Diary, I am the Dream Eater. It's great.
But if
I'm
anything,
having so much
you
fun.
know they
Even
have a
Dreams is my
connection
favorite.
to each other.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google the walkthrough for our game.
I gotta open up YouTube. Let me take a look at the speed run.
Sorry, Lloyd, I missed the last thing that you said.
I said you cannot see that from these paperworks anyway. But you have one more question. Also, side note, really proud of you all asking questions. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
The Aaron Kent Foundation has this perfume. How did they acquire this perfume? Our magical, colorful perfume. If Adam said something, I didn't see it.
Didn't yet.
Or didn't hear it.
You look up because you know how the perfume is gotten. It's gotten from the dreams of people.
Mm-hmm. But how did they acquire it?
It seems there is a cachet that is delivered to them from various sources, but most of the sources, from looking at it, come from places and things where the adverts are taken in. It seems the advertising skills that Nandi Orr is using out is generating the actual dream juice that is going around. People are watching those adverts and they're being inspired. And because they're being inspired, they are dreaming. And because they are dreaming, they're getting the love for the perfume. It is a perpetual loop.
Damn. That's fucked up, but also really cool.
That's your 3 questions.
Yes, it is. I used them all. Aren't you proud of me?
I'm so proud of you. You're doing so great, baby. I love you so much. Right, Joe, what's Jacob gonna do? And then we can do some scenes. And then, let's work the case.
I'm gonna work the case. I do have some scene requests afterwards, but let's do the case first.
Case first.
All right. Jacob remembers the crew mentioning something about guilt over an abandoned child. Jacob will later discover that they may be referring to Padma, but Jacob's gonna pull on that thread, like look into what is the guilt around an abandoned child. What were they referring to? I guess Jacob's gonna go into sense memory and just pull up what he can smell, like any hormonal changes as they were talking, like trying to just like get a read on what did they mean by that.
So you're going to be asking your 3 questions based on your senses.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'll
Well,
answer
the
it
wolf
based
senses, because
the
the
wolf
wolf has,
senses.
yeah, the wolf knows.
Remember, I can only answer questions according to what method you're working the case by. So I'll answer this in the form of sense.
I'm doing that and also talking to Granny, because Granny is kind of a protector of children and the forest and innocent creatures.
In which case, I will answer all your questions in the form of people, children being in danger.
Okay.
Is that what you'd like?
Let's go with that. I think that's appropriate. Yeah, I don't want to
Okay.
metagame too much. I think that feels good.
So, with the knowledge that you have, the idea of the abandoned child, the guilt most likely spreads around Nandi or. Nandi, when he was young, fell in love with someone, but that person left. Without them knowing or having an idea, the reason why that person left was because of family ties. Those family ties brought that abandoned child. He had no idea the child was there. And when he found out, he did everything he could to find them and raise them. Where the child came from, you cannot pick that up from what you have. But there was a child, and the child was his. And he went out of his way to find that child and raise them without telling that child that he was their actual father.
Got it.
So that is the abandoned child that you've been looking into.
Okay.
That is one question.
Got it. Could I intuit that this is Padma?
You can intuit that it's Padma easily.
Okay.
Actually, yes, you can intuit that this is Padma.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay. Do I get a sense of, did Nandi strike a deal so that he could try to make good, or is this being motivated by his deep sense of guilt that he's striking these deals trying to protect Padma again?
From the location that you are in, no.
Okay.
You cannot fill that up. That you cannot answer that question from where you are, not from the sources you're using.
Okay.
So I cannot take that question in. You still have to.
How deep is his guilt still?
His guilt is enormous.
Okay.
It is unrelenting. But from the way things are, it doesn't make any sense why his guilt should be that high. Because even if he never told Padma who he really was, he has paid back his dues tenfold.
Right.
So why does he still feel an enormous amount of guilt? And that's when you realize that his guilt is fresher.
Is it being juiced?
That you can figure out. No, you can definitely figure out that's not it.
Okay.
And that was your third question.
So there was so it's not an old guilt, it's a fresh guilt? Is that
it's
what
a fresh guilt? Yes.
So something recent. Okay. Okay. Maybe Padma being burned during that last production? Maybe. I'll ponder that. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right. What does Padma look like one more time?
Padma, slightly darkened tone skin, dark hair, glasses, a little bit dorky, kind of cute.
Hair color?
Dark.
Dark. And what about Nandi?
Nandi is also dark haired and the same skin color.
Okay.
So that is all your downtime, Dan. I hope everyone's happy. Shall we do a few scenes before we take a short break?
Yeah.
Is there any scenes people would like or anything else going through? I know Joe has some, so let's just get that one out of the way. Joe, what would you like to do? I'll give you a scene.
I have two. We can circle back to my second one. The first one is I'd like to be at the hospital to check on Holly.
That sounds pretty good. I'll give you that.
Just a very quick, checking in, what is her condition, any change, and making sure that she's safe, even if I can't find her.
Sounds good to me. Sounds great to me. Before we do that scene, is there anything else anyone else would like to have? Yes, Mo?
Adam is gonna meet the wolf at the hospital.
Yeah, I love it. All
You'll
right,
meet
that's
Jacob,
two.
not the wolf.
No,
You don't want the wolf at the hospital.
we're meeting tonight. We're hanging out. Sorry. Anyone else?
I'd like to do some more research. Is the trick of interrogating my former self something I could repeat, or do I need to try something different?
You will have to try something different.
Okay. Yeah, I want to start looking into things like the personal lives and like legal documents for the 6 people. Specifically Padma, Nandi, and I want to look into Aaron Kent as well.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And would that be investigate?
That would be investigation. I think you can definitely do that, no problem whatsoever. Yours is just a roll, so I don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
By the way, I'm gonna make it so the hospital you go to is the same hospital they're taking the other two, because that saves me a
Okay.
lot of time and effort.
Yes.
And at the same time, Leona, is Shanti/Priya gonna do anything special?
If you say that like you have something in mind,
I'm
And-
leaving it to you. I don't want to be mean.
not yet, but I think she is willing to tag along. I can't think of anything to make her do just yet.
Take your time. You're doing great. All right, Rose, make your roll, and then we'll do the hospital scene.
Okay. So I think a name with renown. Could I tag Dream Eater Hunters?
No, not in this case.
Okay. Connections to the underworld?
Yes.
Sweet. And infinite knowledge along my shores?
Yes.
Perfect. Investigate.
All right. You can ask me 3 questions.
Okay. First one. Who's Padma's mom?
All right. You're looking through it as best as you can, and unfortunately, it's not you.
Okay.
I know you wanted it. I wanted it too.
Hey,
but
I
it's
was
not
like, this is possible.
you. However, looking through the best paperwork you can to see make it all right, there is a name that sticks to you. And after going through the list and being very careful, you realize something is that that name is connected to someone who works in the Aaron Kent Foundation.
Okay.
In fact, you are pretty certain if it's anyone, it's going to be actually Aaron Kent. Next question.
Okay. What was the details on the contract one more time?
They had to make sure that Padma was involved and kept safe, that they would work specifically for Aaron Kent's advertising. And then what's the last one? I just wrote it down here. Padma work for Aaron Kent.
Oh, and
do their videos.
Connected through Venus, right?
Connected to Venus, this one.
Okay. Whose demand was that for those terms?
The first one, the Venus one, was Venus.
Okay.
The next one was Aaron Kent, and the last one was Nandi Orr.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so they're getting the juice from the advertisements, and then they're turning that into perfume.
What was Venus's role?
Yeah, I should probably figure that out. Yeah, what was Venus up to in all of this?
Venus you know, you yourself understand that the version of you that you've seen over there specializes in things that are both dead and alive and kept pretty in their own way without moving. Given that information, you look through everything that's listed up and you make the connection that this seems to be some kind of play that Venus was making, if possibly to create a Dream Eater.
Well, I'll be damned.
And the Dream Eater is a protector.
Could I ask what the Dream Eater is in this specific circumstance?
No!
God damn it.
No, you're not gonna get that from looking at paper. Why are you all asking about who the You're like, can I look at the paper? Is the Dream Eater here? No, they don't
Okay,
have it
guys.
listed in the cheat codes.
Guys, we have to find more paper.
I'd like to find the
You know
Prima
what?
guide
I'm
for
the Dream
Sidimus.
Eater's paper. That's what we're looking
I'm
for.
writing it down right now. The way you find the Dream Eater is gonna be on paper. You will find
It'll be a paper in the dream.
A paper trail in the dreaming.
Eater on paper. I've decided this. That's how the game's gonna end. Yeah.
It's a very final session. Okay. All right. Anybody got an idea for the last one? Anything we want to figure out about the Aaron Kent Foundation?
How do you spell Aaron?
ERINKENT.
Is
I didn't know
Aaron? What's Aaron's gender?
Aaron goes by they them.
They, them? Okay,
They
cool.
are female presenting.
More femme presenting. Okay. I was like, I had it as AA. I had it as
that's what I
AA
thought
Ron.
too.
That's all good.
Yep.
And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Are they non-binary or
about-
gender fluid?
They are they them. They are female presenting. They do go by those two. They're between non-binary and gender fluid.
Okay.
They
I was just
stay
curious.
around that area.
Okay, cool. What about asking if
Also, I
if
can't answer
Venus
that
was
question.
trying to create a Dream Eater, do we get a sense of what the motivation of the Dream Eater is? What the purpose is?
That's an interesting question that I can't answer.
Yep. Okay. I think the final question will be...
What if I find more paper? Can I answer it?
Okay. So they're making...
Yo, by the way, everyone, you're doing so good. I've never seen you all so focused on solving the case. I'm so proud of you.
Okay.
You threatened to take our mythos away, man.
We like that stuff. It's how we do cool things.
The question Adam has, and he's not part of this investigate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Venus knows or cares, but he wants to know what Aaron Kent has to do with alchemy. And Venus might know that information would give her leverage with Adam.
Ooh, okay. I've got an idea. I want to know how they figured out how to use advertisements to gather the dream.
That's
You
cool.
cannot answer that
Okay,
from
not
the
with-
sources you're
Okay, not through the mundane sources. Okay.
not through the sources you're using currently.
Okay. In that case, I will pass and hold on to that third question.
Fantastic. All right. Shall we play a short scene of you in the hospital,
Yeah.
Jacob, followed by, as soon as the hospital scene ends, it's followed by Adam meeting at the hospital, where we'll take a break as soon as that happens. And then we'll come back and then we'll play the hospital scene because everyone's at the hospital now. So you can all be together and do hospital things with the last 3 remaining members, and we'll see what goes on from there. Fair?
Can I request one quick hospital scene and one other scene with Gran? Just very quickly. Just want to
With who?
establish a quick thing.
With
with
Granny?
Granny?
Okay, let's do Granny first, then do the
Cool.
hospital scene.
Okay,
All right.
I
Granny,
approached Granny.
Yep. At her home, as always, you know where her door is. She's always welcoming you. You are always welcome to come work.
I'm meeting her in the dream where
Ooh, even better.
it's the cabin, and she's the
Mhm.
protector of the forest. I'm
Mhm,
speaking to
mhm,
her
mhm.
mythos to mythos, and I sit her down. I show her the wound that has never closed on my belly. And I tell her very strict, like straight up, what has to happen. Been trying to find another solution, but I can't. There has to be a wolf, a full wolf. And the wolf has to feed to heal. You know how the story goes, Granny. I wish I could say I'm sorry, but we both know this has to happen.
She takes your hand and she goes, "You may not understand this, at least not now, but some factors are always set in motion because the story has to have its end. And that means the story has to end for us both, not just for one. And I'm sorry, child. I don't know if I can stop that from happening. Not anymore."
You were the only person I never wanted to eat.
She smiles and she goes, "I'm not that tasty, to be honest. All I'll do is simply fill a hole that will be made again. But I know
I'd
my
like to
role."
cut away from that moment.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Go for it. Go for it. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yep.
Want to do the hospital bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we cut away from that moment, and Holly's door is there for you to open dramatically.
Do I feel Holly?
You can feel Holly.
Okay.
Yeah,
We really
with your
needed
hands.
you
She's got
today.
her head on legs. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase this. You are standing outside of Holly's door.
Okay. Can I go in and see her?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I
when
do
you
so.
open the door, there is a man who is sat opposite the door from Holly, who has Holly's hand in his hands. And he's just gently watching her and stroking her hands in a very soft way. It takes you a moment, but you recognize Jack.
Oh, okay. I meet his gaze and I kind of look a bit awkward. Hi. I'm sorry. I just wanted to I I can come back later.
No, it's better you're here.
How is she?
She's done her job.
So she's fighting.
She's free.
What do you mean?
He like taps on the hand, and he gets up and he looks at you, and Jack is still like super buff, looking cool, and he
Mhm.
turns towards you and he puts his hand out and he goes, "I'm Jack."
Jake.
When you reach out to touch his hand, it's when you notice that he's got something sitting on the side of the bed,
Mhm.
and it looks like a case, like a full-on guitar case that's just sitting there minding its own business. And he looks at you and he shakes your hand and he goes, "I have a feeling you and I are going to get to know each other really well."
What makes you say that? My voice is getting a bit deeper and more gravelly.
He goes, "There are some ties that can never be broken. There are some things that must always happen. Just like a wolf must feed, a woodsman must cut. I'll leave you to her." And he gets up and picks up the guitar case and he slings it over his shoulder and he walks off with a whistle and closes the door behind him. Carry on.
Before he hold on. Hold on.
Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on.
And he
Hold on.
despawns. You can't talk to him.
I can't talk to you. These spawns. The cutscene's ended. Kyron, what do you say?
You left a piece.
He stopped and turns around and goes, oh.
Somewhere between my fourth and fifth rib. You ever want to get that back? Let me know. I've been waiting.
He looks over and says, both of you assume I won't aim for the head. And then he walks out the door. So just you say, go and say something.
I want the
What?
last word.
Fuck's sake! I'm trying. Carry on.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Moving on.
2 hours later, after exchanging last words,
Yeah, well, adieu. I bid you adieu. I bid you adieu.
I said good day.
I move over to Holly.
Uh-huh.
I take one of Holly's hands. I'm sorry. We really needed you today. I really needed you today. I know you're in there. I know you're fighting. I know you'll never give up. You never hesitate. And that's what I learned from you. I finally made a decision. I'll apologize when you wake up. So wake the fuck up. Jacob's gonna wait for a sign. Gets nothing. Sighs. And walks out the door.
And it's only after the door closes behind you that Holly opens her eyes. Let's take a 5-minute break, everybody. And when we get back, we'll do the wolf meets the what's called the perpetual Adam, and then we'll do the cutscenes in the hospital. Blah blah blah. See you all in 5 minutes. I can't keep talking. Tell me you're ready, Rose.
Ready.
See you all in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. 5 minutes, and bye.
Bye.
And once again, we can never predict exactly how long these breaks are. I don't know why I put a time on it. I should just stop. At this point, just be like, we'll be back when we're ready. The next thing I have is, I believe we're going to do a Wolf and Adam meeting at the hospital.
So I think it feels dramatically appropriate that as you step out of the room, Adam's right there.
Bam.
You here to see Holly?
I need to talk to the other guy.
There's only one guy here right now.
All right. I think we need to kill one of those kids.
Which one?
My gut says Padma.
My gut says Nandi.
After what we saw,
Nandi has the motive. Padma doesn't.
you should kill them both.
Adam's allergic to being evil.
One of them is guilty. I could smell the guilt on Nandi. I didn't get the same read on Padma.
Did you notice that they didn't know us from the dream?
I did notice that.
They don't know what they are.
They don't have to.
They
They're
don't.
still responsible.
They are.
What's your proof that Priya's the one we should be getting rid of?
You mean Padma? Not the other
Padma.
player character?
No, he means Priya. It's Priya.
That was
Sorry,
me.
y'all,
Priya.
it's me all along, actually.
That was a Joe slip up.
Yes. It's Padma. Something happened to her 5 years ago. She was hurt on one of the sets. She's back. She's fine. She's the connecting hub. And all of them are protecting her. Sandra. Nandi has her in his will. All of his assets go to her if anything happens to him. And
Does Padma know about this?
when we saw them in the dream, Padma had eyes the whole time, even though the rest of them were blind.
I'm gonna have to ask them face to face to know if they're lying. But if Padma's not the one, she doesn't get harmed.
Okay. Again, I don't know if they know what they are. So, operating on this plane will only get you so far.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
And I'm sorry.
For what?
I see you frustrated. In between.
Yeah? You gonna put that in your podcast?
No. I like you.
You shouldn't.
You are what you are. We can only be what we are.
That I'll drink to. How do
As
we
soon
get
as we can
started?
as soon as we can get to the diner.
Should we let the others know about our little plan? You think they're gonna cotton well to us potentially killing a young girl?
I'll talk to Shanti.
Can I spend a token? That's not the system. But can I spend a token to walk in at this moment?
Yes.
And Priya walks in and she's like, "Oh, hey, y'all here to see Holly too?"
There is no. It seems like the gang's all here. Um,
Yeah, all of us are here. All of us that know each other and trust each other are here right now.
All
In
the
front of
people
each
who
other.
matter. Yes. Yep.
Yes.
I mean,
So,
Holly's over there, but yes.
I think we
Jump.
need to. I think we need to kill Nandi and Padma.
Oh boy.
I still think we just need to take care of Nandi.
Well, if we have consensus over Nandi, I guess go for Nandi first. I don't like this.
They don't know what they are.
Yes, that's exactly it. I don't like this, but I don't think we have a choice. So if
We're
we
not
both
killing
start...
them, just their dream.
Yeah,
That's
but
what the eater's operating from.
That's not what I said.
I mean,
I'll do it if I have to. You're just better at it.
there's no way of knowing for certain that if we kill them in the dreaming, that we don't actually just take them out in real life.
People have been robbed of their dreams before. They're still living boring lives, but they're alive.
I suppose that's true.
You almost died, both of you,
I'm fine.
last time we tried this. We're all fine. They're all scared as shit.
Shanti and I saw each other. It was like looking at a mirror, but not a mirror.
For a second, Jake and the wolf were separate. And you know what? It felt fucking good.
Does it? I don't
We
know what
might
it
be
would
able
do
to fix
without her.
that. We might be able to fix that, Jacob, if that's what you want. I don't know what the Dream Eater's up to, putting these commercials out, feeling like showing himself to the world, but
I'll tell you,
he's
Nandi is guilty about something recent, and it's driving him.
Priya puts a hand on the door to Holly's room, and she says, "I'm good to do whatever you both want to do, but just think about this before you do it. If we kill them, are we any better than the Dream Eater?"
So far, only one of us wants to kill. I just want to stop them in the dreaming.
Also, for plot reasons, please don't go in that door.
Okay, never mind. Will not do.
It's just Holly hitting the do not disturb button.
Right?
I'm like,
Like,
oh yeah,
snooze,
I woke her up.
rolls
Guys,
back
why open
over.
the door? What the fuck?
then something better come down the hall and distract us. Oh.
I will not go in. I'll just be standing there with my hand on the doorknob, but I'll have pause and turn back and be considering their words.
Also, I would like to look at all the papers in the room and see if I can ask more questions about the mystery.
No, you can't do that. You're not going in the room.
I'd like to find a newspaper and figure out who the Dream Eater is through this newspaper. Turns out it's a little old woman who owns a bar on an island.
Did you said Sandra was unconscious, right, Lloyd?
Sandra and Sully.
Right. Okay. When I talked to Sandra, she said, "Don't bother Padma and Abdul." Nandi has willed everything he has to Abdul to Nandi. Abdul is fixated. Abdul is fixated on Padma, and in the dream, Padma was the only one with eyes.
That could mean a lot of things. It doesn't completely add up in my head. Like I said, maybe we need to see them in person. I need to
Venus,
smell
if you want
it
to walk
on-
into the scene, you can walk into the scene.
I'd like to walk into a different scene.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh
Let me finish
my.
this scene then. I'll come back to you in a minute.
Okay.
What do you guys think about Venus? Tell me the truth. Really don't hold back.
I want to kill her. I feel like she is the key to all of these problems, and I can't figure out how or why. Actually, I don't want to kill her. I want her to pay for everything she's done. Somehow, she got that boy that she got Sam, the ink, and she's somehow affiliated with the murders of the people with the tattoos. She traffics in death and dead things. The fact that she's not death is a technicality. She was involved with this Dream Eater thing.
She
The
promised
Dream
me.
Eater took her memory. She got in too deep. She got burned. You guys don't normally see Adam get so passionate.
Mhm.
This is
Sounds-
spicy.
This sounds personal to you.
I think it's been personal ever since that date of theirs. And Priya's just kind of get like a cheeky smile, but then she'll sober up a little bit and she'll be like, honestly,
I say,
this
I say, people like Venus are the same people who traffic in alchemy.
And there it is.
Yeah. I honestly, I think Adam is right about Venus. The Venus that we have now, who has no memory, I don't know how I feel about her, but the old Venus for sure.
If she could stay the way she was, I'd be all right with her. But she won't. That'd be too convenient.
I feel like the old Venus's personality would shine through once again, even if she did stay this way. You know?
We'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. We have to figure out Nandi and Padma first.
I think this is a good place for us to cut away from the scene and cut to whatever the heck it is that Venus is doing. Venus, what do you want to walk in on?
I want to go talk to Nandi.
Oh,
Hey! All right. There's Nandi is sitting outside Sandra's hospital room because this is a world where you can get hospital rooms. Okay, don't complain. It's TV, and he's looking really worried, and he's just looking at his thumbs as you come up.
Venus is going to come up and not sit next to him, but she kind of glides across the ground and lightly sets a hand on his shoulder. And she goes, I'm sorry, this must be very difficult for you right now.
What? Yes, it's just I wasn't expecting to spend my day in a hospital again. It's been a while.
I'm sorry. I don't know if we've been technically introduced. My name is Venus.
No, I don't think we've met. Have we? I don't think we've met.
Well,
Nandi, you are.
About that, I'm an art collector. I'm very interested in this project of yours.
You see him get a little bit guarded, and he goes, "What do you mean?"
To be quite honest, I find the work that you and your compatriots put together spellbinding, entrancing, unearthly. And I would like to know more.
I'm sorry, but the art and work we do is closely guarded. It's an Erin Kent deal that we have. I can't share it outside of my contract.
Precisely. Could I have Venus pull out the contract?
Do you want to change the game?
I would like to.
Change the game.
Okay. So, okay. would this be supernatural, or would this be like she got somebody to find the contract for her?
However you want to play it.
Okay. Well, so the big question is her name on that contract?
Yes, it is.
Then I think extensive art collection, name with renown, and connections to Underworld would all fit. Does that sound right?
I'll give you that. That sounds pretty good.
All right, and then that's going to be change the game.
And then that is a 7. Okay. So spend the juice how you wish to do it.
Okay, so I've got 3. No, okay, so I got 1 juice. Is that right?
You got 3 juice.
3 juice.
Your power always equals what your juice is.
Okay. Create a story tag, burn a power tag or story tag, give or reduce a status. Okay.
Currently his worry status is at level 2.
Okay.
Because he is worried, and that's going to influence anything to do with any negotiation. So you can lower that status by spending 2 of your juice.
I'd like to spend 2 on that and 1 on entangled. Basically to say that Venus is all a part of this. She is entangled in it.
Are you sure?
Okay, maybe not. Because every time you give me an option, I say yes, and it goes terrible.
I've never seen anyone instantly say no to me saying "Are you sure?" before in like 20 years of doing this hobby. That was amazing.
Lloyd, have you heard of this thing called pattern recognition? Fool me once, it's hilarious. Fool me twice, it makes for good drama. Fool me 3 times, I'm just walking into these rakes.
So, would you like it what's called entangled? So he just assumes you know everything? Because I'm down for that.
Oh. Could the tag be privileged information that she is allowed to have it? Basically,
same effect.
Same effect. Okay, fine. Entangled just sounds worse to me.
Just a heads up, Venus. I know you are kind of technically flying solo, but try and share this information with the team before your character disappears, because
before I die horribly.
Real. Also that. He goes. Why do I not remember you being? I suppose I don't remember the part of your name on that contract, but that is the contract, I guess. And he takes a different stance. He goes, so you know the price we paid.
Spell it out for me.
He sort of looks back and he looks at you, and he takes a deep breath, and he goes, it was the only way to bring her back. We all paid it.
Satisfied with that deal, are you?
We knew it was going to be risky, and we knew we were putting our lives at jeopardy, but it was worth it to bring her back. It was our fault she was hurt. We pushed her to do that pyrotechnic experiment. We encouraged her. It's on us. I know people judge me and don't think it's right, and I have much more invested interest than anyone else does, but if something like that happened to a child of yours, wouldn't you go through every possible length to make sure they were okay? Wouldn't you give up everything you've worked for, including your own life, to ensure they live better?
What price was the other parent willing to pay?
They look at you and they narrow their eyes slightly, and they go, if your name is on that contract, then you already know.
Maybe.
We all paid our own prices. Our crew was nothing without her. But she will outlive all of us, even if we have to be sacrificed for it. And when he says that, when he says the bit sacrifice, like his eyes glaze over. almost like he's having two conversations with you.
Urge to jump into the dream to see the other side of the conversation is immense.
We all paid the price. She's fine now. And now we have to deal with the consequences of our actions. I'm glad she's going to be fine. And the ice goes glaze over and goes, it was worth my life. And it comes back again.
Well, this is just delicious.
Do you want to cut away to the others?
Sure.
All right, the three of you, where do you want to go? Do you want to meet up with the lovely and enigmatic Venus, or just vibe? Or go see Padma?
I would like to see Padma.
Okay. Padma is not that far away from where Venus is having that conversation. She's sitting on the other side, and she's sitting next to Abdul. Abdul has you on sight.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
You might be in some danger from a friend.
Oh, do you walk up? You just walk up right there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Because you don't even get up and like, oh, hello, I'm waiting for plot. You're like walking up, and Abdul gets up, and he's coming towards you.
Oh, let him come.
All right.
I will get in the middle to try and like defuse the situation. I know the wolf wants to fight. I'm well aware, but I'm going to try to stop Abdul from making a scene in the middle of a fucking hospital.
All right. I think you sticking between them is going to be a convince to convince them not to make it on site. And the level of on site is the penalty. What is the level of on site on you, Joe?
I think it was 3. Let me double check.
Oh,
No
boy.
problem.
Yeah, 3.
Excellent. You have a -3 to the roll.
Ah.
Otherwise, he's gonna be like, pardon me, miss. Whoop, bam!
You can always
Yeah,
burn a
yeah, yeah.
tag.
Can always burn a tag. If you want to live the dream. They basically roll 2d6.
Oh, I'm more than happy to take this. Don't feel like you have to.
No, I would love to. I would love
Do
to
I love
burn...
you for trying to do this for us?
I would love to burn Terrifying.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm going to burn Terrifying, and I'm going to step in between, and I'm going to say, Abdul, I understand that you are angry, but this is a hospital, and I highly suggest that we deal with this in a very calm manner.
Hot. Make your roll on convince.
Don't
Remember
do that.
click the burn
Yes, I
and
did.
give yourself a just roll without any ticks.
Okay, let me double check.
And then just get a
ticks.
10. Because you're rolling at +0 on everything.
Okay. And sorry, this is a convince?
Yes.
Okay, I hope I've done that right.
We'll find out soon enough. Drum roll, please.
It should have done it.
I don't see the roll. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a. Oh, you gave yourself a -3. All right, so I'm gonna add 3 to that.
Oh,
that makes it. It's okay. Even with 3 added, that's still a 4. You rolled a 1 and a 3. I am so sorry. So you come up, you say that. He stops, and he looks at you. And as he's staring at you, you can see the anger, like the pure, mad, actual anger in his eyes. And he is not happy, and he is not comfortable with anything out there. And he is so mad at the whole thing that for a second you question yourself that maybe you never had a chance to actually convince someone using your voice. Please mark 1 crack on Queen of Hearts.
whew, okay.
Shit's getting real.
And he will he will, if you let him, step aside from you and punch Jacob in the face.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm sorry, Priya.
It's okay. She tried. That's the thing. She tried.
All right, Joe, he's gonna step up and he's gonna punch you directly in the face.
Can I interfere, or is this a plot necessary punch? I'm cool
No, I
either
mean,
way.
whatever you. I mean, you have full control of your body. Do you want to
Cool.
do anything?
I would like to just catch the punch.
All right, that sounds pretty good. Why don't
Mhm.
you
Go toe to toe.
Go toe to toe.
All right. May I tag
He
wolf
has no
instincts?
bonuses. I'll give you wolf instincts.
Predict foe's next move.
I'll give you predict foe's next move.
Beastly, probably not beastly fighting. Thick skin and hide.
I will not give you thick skin and hide because you're
Okay.
blocking the punch. You're not taking the punch.
Got you. Yeah, let's go with that.
Do you want to use a weakness? Like, give us a little bit.
Let's do. Yeah, you know what? Let's make this fun. Let's invoke. I don't want to invoke the Dream Eater. We have had enough of it today.
Yeah, Dream Eater, let's go. Oh.
I'm going to invoke my weakness of I fear my own anger and power.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, here we go. And this is a go toe to toe. Here we go.
Yeah. All right, you can choose one from the list. It's pretty simple which one you should definitely choose.
Yeah. You manage to achieve your goal. Take something. You get them good. I'm just going to block their best attempt.
All right, tell me what happens. They'll swing at you a few times. It's time, and then at the end of it, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, oh man, Jacob got hands."
Yeah. I imagine him like coming like, and I'm kind of just staying out of the way, like dodging, and towards the end, I'm gonna catch his wrist mid punch and just hold it. And I want it to be clear to the audience that Jacob has been able to do this the entire time. You're tangling with the wolf right now. So he's just gonna hold him by the wrist until he calms down. Does he?
He takes a deep breath over and over, and then he calms down. And then he looks at your hand and he looks at you and goes, "Can I have my hand back, please?"
You try that again, you're gonna lose it. And I let go. You care about her. I get that. I'm not the threat here. I'm trying to get you and her out of a very dangerous situation. So if you really care about that girl, you'll listen. Get me?
He backs up and goes and sits next to Priya. Please lose.
You mean Padma?
On-site. Padma. Please lose the on-site technicality.
Thank you.
As you also walk past Priya.
Can I have an action?
Oh, go on then.
I want to be sitting next to Padma when he turns around.
It's like, yo, what the fuck? All right, I'll deal with your sitting next to Padma in a minute because Padma is panicked by you.
She should be.
So she will not let you sit next to her. She will get up and move up towards him. But I'll come back to you in a second. As he walks past you, Julieta enters the scene and stands next to Priya and is like, "Where'd you find that guy?"
Don't you want to know?
Oh, damn right. You can catch my hands anytime, baby.
Stop.
You okay, my love?
I'm okay.
All right, I'm here for you.
Thank
Should I just leave you to do your thing?
Maybe. I'll catch up with you in a bit.
You always say that, and you never do.
I know, I'm sorry.
Like she waves as she walks away.
Hashtag that friend.
Yep. No, 100%. Priya's absolutely that friend. And it's, yep.
All right. Padma, as you move up towards her, Adam gets up.
Actually, if she's going to make a move, I just want to make sure she can't run down the other hall.
That sounds fair. So you trap both of them between you. So you're on one side, and Jacob's on the other side, and Padma and Abdul are in the middle.
So Abdul goes back. What does he do when he sees she's gotten up?
He grabs her and he pulls her close.
Mm-hmm.
And Priya, you would notice this. She flinches when he does that.
So Padma, do you want to tell us when this started?
I don't even know you. What are you talking about?
The dreams.
The You see a look aside. She's like, the what?
The dreams.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get it.
I would
Wolf.
like
I
to
know,
take
I
a-
know, I know.
What's
Hang
the
on,
wolf
hang
say?
on.
What's the wolf say?
Wolf, chill. Wolf, chill. I'm doing the scene. Chill. I know what you want. I know that dice was coming. Hang on.
Go.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why does everyone talk like weird around me? I don't get it.
What does Abdul do when I say that?
Abdul's holding on to it. He's about to fuck you up. But also, Jacob's right
thinks
behind
that.
you.
He thinks that.
Jacob's right behind him, and he's not going anywhere. He's terrified. He's staying right here. He's like, oh, if I wasn't being held back by this person I'm holding, I'd fuck you up. That's Abdul currently.
Right.
Priya will move to stand next to Padma, and like I know Abdul is like holding her, but like she's gonna stand in proximity. Like if Abdul manages to like lose his grip on her, she will take Padma instead, basically.
That sounds fair.
Jacob. Is that true?
Jacob,
I would
make
like
a roll.
to take a sniff.
All right, take a sniff. We'll investigate.
Well, two things. I would like to have
Yes.
taken a sniff to see, because I've gotten the scent of the colors, the extracted dream. I want to know if she's been dosed,
All right,
or
that
if
sounds
she's
good.
taken like yeah.
That sounds good. Make a roll. Make a roll. Make a roll. Make a roll.
Investigate. Yeah.
Yeah, investigate. Also, remember, Rose, Venus is not that far from here. So if you want to pop in with any information you've just earned, that's also really important.
Yep.
May I tag I can smell your lies and guilt?
Yep.
And may I tag wolf instincts?
Yep.
Okay. I won't be greedy. Let's go with those for now. Actually, can I tag crime scene analysis?
You know what? In this particular case, because we're Columboing our way to the end with Padma,
Yeah.
yes.
And
Okay,
can I help? Can I assist?
You can use one of your help or hurt points, but only after the roll.
Cool. Okay. Here goes the roll.
Because you can use a create a story tag to help to give them a +1.
A mild
So yeah.
success.
Right now they don't need any, they can't really use your help at all. It won't make any difference. So Joe, you have to ask me 3 questions, at which point I can do it any way I want.
Okay. Does the wolf get any sense that Padma's been dosed, or has she taken any of that dream stuff in her system?
You do not smell anything to do with that dream stuff in her system.
Okay. Do I get any sense that her levels of dream have been affected? Has she been fed upon, or like do her levels seem off to me in any way?
Her levels seem incredibly off. There is definitely something wrong with the way she dreams, and that much you can smell with it.
Okay. What can I intuit from that practice? I'll burn the last question for that if I have
No,
to.
that was your fuzzy answer.
Okay. So there is definitely something off with
about
how
her
she
dreams.
Her
Yes.
dreams. Okay.
I remember you can also tell lies.
Right. Is she hiding anything? Is she trying to actively suppress anything right now?
Padma is not lying. She has no idea what you people are talking about, and she doesn't understand what's going on. However, you did roll a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Does the wolf care?
The wolf would never harm an innocent person.
But are they innocent?
The wolf has no indication that she's lying. She
I,
has
I
no idea what's
indicated that
going
she's
on.
not innocent.
I don't. Well, in my head, everything seems to point more to Nandi than to Padma at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So in which case, yes, Venus, once again, Venus, hold on. I am wrapping up to the point. I swear, I see you there. I love you. In which case, those questions were asked by Padma herself to you, and she feels comfortable in your presence. And you see her loosen up and kind of move her and Abdul towards you a little bit more, which Abdul's like, Venus.
I'd like to buy a vowel and then solve the mystery.
Yeah, okay, sure. So then hit me,
Okay.
baby.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm just looking for an avenue. I have like 2 questions left, and then I think Venus has everything she needs.
All right.
And the thing
I'm
I'm
sure about that.
a little bit lost on is the avenue to answer them.
Mhm.
So what I really want to learn is, how does Venus get the part of her that is missing back? That I think is her biggest priority at the moment. So I can I get a little bit of direction on like.
All right, Venus. I think Venus is a tough SOB that I will use one of your questions to give you a clue.
Okay.
If you lost your memories, it was definitely taken from you, not given, which means that whatever deal was made that included you, that was a price you had to pay because someone didn't go along with the deal.
So someone backed out.
And
we already know that it's not them. They paid their price. Do I know that? Is that fact?
No, that's not fact.
Okay. Shit.
Because you also forget something else. If that is true, then why don't they recognize you? Everyone lost memories, which means someone here still has their memories, and that person, whoever they are, did not go through the pact. That much Venus would work out.
Was it
based
Abdul?
on what's been given?
I was just thinking that.
It's worth a shot if you think that's worth it.
Okay. I'm gonna. How can I investigate this?
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't do that. The people who can
are
literally everyone else.
Okay. At that
Everyone
point,
else can
like,
work that out.
Venus is sitting there, like you can just see her going over everything in her head, and she's so close to getting it all and being able to run off into the night, never be caught by these fools again. And then she realizes that the piece of information she needs is back there.
With those fools.
Yep.
I think kind of like split screen while that's happening, Priya's just kind of like looking at Adam like, it's not Padma. Like, she doesn't even know what the wolf is sensing, but like, Priya's convinced it's not Padma. And she's just like, Adam, it's not her.
What do you know, Abdul? About the dreams.
Venus would like to enter the scene at the same time that you ask.
Go on, enter the scene, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, initiative.
Everybody wants to do something at once.
Damn
What is
it.
happening?
Venus's
Okay,
dexterity is shit. She has a 20 charisma though.
Okay, we've had a roll from Joe. We've had a roll from Mo. We've had a roll from Priya. So I'm gonna give you, Venus, a chance to do something in the scene if you want to enter the scene.
Hang on. Let me look at this. I think I have a thing for this. Yep. I'm going to Okay. I'm gonna give him the penance stare.
What, is it a walk and be like,
No, the Ghost Rider penance stare, the one that burns the soul.
oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, great. So we're gonna walk. You're not gonna explain to any of these people what's going on.
No,
You're
as I
staring
walk
at
in,
them.
like I'm going to walk in and go, "Yes, Abdul, I think you have some things you need to admit to." And just she's gonna do the burning ghost eyes.
Okay, cool. I love it.
Yep.
You haven't rolled yet for the scene, so give me a roll on that. It is
Mhm.
a convince.
Okay. So I see the sins on your souls, contracts that bind, and one's fate is sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that is a convince. Let's roll it. And that is an 8.
All right. They can choose to take the status or give in a little and protect your own agenda. I'm gonna say they're not gonna take whatever status you're giving, and they hold Padma a little tighter, and Padma flinches once again.
Stop that.
And they look over and go, "Why? Why should I?
Let her go.
Why should I suffer for other people? I
don't
love her
care.
too."
We all love her. Let her go. She's uncomfortable.
Can I manifest in reality?
Normally I'd let you do it, but we just had Priya about to do her
Okay,
thing, and
okay.
I kind of don't want to take it away
Yeah.
from her. I love you so much.
Yep. Go
Because
for
like
it.
she's
Go for it. No, this is her shtick. She's got
Yeah,
it.
this is just going for it. Priya, go on. Priya, the wheel is yours. Let's go. Let's do this.
Listen, that's all she was going to do was be like, let her go. She's uncomfortable.
She's like, why should I? Why should I have to suffer for other people? I've worked just as hard as everyone else. I don't get it. It wasn't my fault. I wasn't at the pyrotechnics. I wasn't even supposed to be there. All I did was set it up.
I don't care. Let her go.
Padma's like, let me go. He holds her even tighter.
Can't you see that you are hurting her? Let her go.
What would you like to do, Priya?
French fucking toast. I don't know.
What you gotta? It's time for action.
Gosh. Okay. I burned terrifying, but I still have magical fire and telekinetic.
Do you want to just go fly into it? I know you all want to do something, but I really want to play this scene out because Priya's actually about to do something incredible, and I really see it.
Priya's just angry. That's all she is. She's just mad. Yes, I will absolutely eat this man. Tell me
all right,
what to do
do
to
it.
make this happen.
Change the game.
Am I burning things or am I clicking things? What am I doing?
How are you gonna eat him? Click the things you think work, and then just put it in, and then you're gonna give me some story tags.
Angrily.
I know. Priya's like, how does the mechanics work? I haven't had a chance to do this in a while. Okay, Priya, let's go. Let's go through this one more time.
What am I doing?
For first things first, we're gonna pick a few of your tags.
Okay,
to apply them to this.
I picked magical fire, telekinetic, and fighting lessons.
All right. And then you are going to click the button that says change the game.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
You're doing. Oh my god!
Wow.
Ooh. Okay. You get everything on there, and you get to pick them three. You get 3 of them, of your choice.
The game is fucking
changed.
changed.
You can even make one up.
Oh my. Please hold while I attempt to determine what on earth.
You can use a create a story tag to restrain him, to hold him back. Okay. You can scale up his straining to really lock him down. You can prolong the effect so he can't move forever. You can hide it so it can't be seen by normal eyes. You can give him a status of terrified. You can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster.
Quite literally.
Literally, whatever you want to do will make it work.
I want to my core focus is to separate him from Padma, and so I will
set him on fire.
Not yet.
Do
it. I will use my telekinetic.
You can make it so that it burns when he touches her.
Ooh, that's spicy. That's spicy. That's good. Let me think this through. I'll use my telekinetic powers to forcibly separate him from Padma, and pin him against a wall so he cannot move. And hold him there, because especially now that we've kind of got a confession, Priya and Shanti both want to control this moment, and kind of lock the Like, if she can lock this entire situation down, she would. But right now, the volatile aspect seems like Abdul, so she's gonna kind of like hold Abdul in place.
All right, do you want him against the wall?
Yes. Might as well just
All-
pin him against the wall.
Okay, you move over Padma, and Padma hits the ground. She's like, ah, and she like, no, she screams and she looks to her right, and he hits the wall. And he's like, why should I pay? Why should I suffer? Why? And as he says, as he keeps going up, his eyes start to glow with that color that the Dream Eater's eyes have.
Calm down.
Calming down is well and truly out of the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
But
Nah,
you've got him pinned to the wall, and the energy's lasering out of him. He's manifesting the Dream Eater in real life.
Wolf, you see, Adam suddenly has a shank in his hand. You gonna do this?
She's not gonna stop you. Please go for it.
You are all in public,
knife.
by the way. Just a heads up.
Oh Christ.
I want to remind you all that you are just.
We'll
in,
deal with the
like,
PR
a
fiasco
hospital area.
afterwards.
Somebody
a
told
few
me I had
bribes
to
can't
flip a
fix.
card, so I might as well get ready to flip a card.
If you throw the spotlight to Jacob, Jacob is going to go dream mode, full wolf, on the other side.
Just a heads up. If you attempt to jump to the other side, you are out of this scene.
Let's do it.
Hold
All
on,
right, you
hold
jump
on.
to the other side. You are
Yep.
out of this scene.
Okay.
Your body hits the ground. What about the rest of you?
I'm just gonna glance back at Padma and make sure she's okay.
Padma's on the ground. She's holding her hands and she looks hurt, but she's all right. And as you come towards her, you see at this point, because a noise has been made, Julieta is next to her and looks up at you, goes, go!
Okay. That's all I need.
I put a shank into Abdul's throat.
You're gonna go right for it? Like, ah, excellent. Go toe to toe. You are fighting. He might be telekinetic, but he's still got dreamlike powers, so he's not fucking around.
But he's awake.
Yeah, doesn't mean shit. Y'all think it's gonna be easy? Y'all like, oh yeah, just shank him and then the game's over. No, homie's a boss.
So I'm clicking secret compartment because nobody saw I had a shank. Upgradable. And
It's a +2 shank.
It's a plus.
Just a heads
It's a
up.
vorpal shank.
You have a -2 from his tag ethereal because he's neither
Ethereal,
here nor there.
That's why we
Okay.
gotta tackle him from 2 dimensions, Mo.
Okay. Good luck with that.
I know. I'm
Most like,
writing a new
yeah,
character
I met
right
him in a
now.
dream. It was fucking horrible. Not
Yes.
do that again. No, fuck that.
All right. So I got a flat roll,
Do it.
and I roll a 9.
Oh, 9. You get to pick one from the list.
Does anybody want to help? I think Shanti's helping me.
Most
shank him?
definitely.
All right.
I mean,
Shanti,
she's holding him.
She's
what
holding
more do
him.
you want? Like she's
Yeah.
literally
That is
holding
fair.
him in place
that-
for you.
spend either a help or a hurt point to give him a +1.
I can do. I do have a help that I can spend, so I'll
Look at
spend
that.
it.
All right. Done. All right. Pick 2
I
from
have
the
a
list.
10.
Yeah. It's not going to help you, but you got 10.
So
Go
I
for
don't
it.
die.
That's not how that works at all. That's not how that works even remotely. Keep going. Pick 2 from the list.
Let's see. I get them good and inflicting a power of 3.
Want to call
and
it shanked?
I want to call it gurgling breath.
Cool. He will reduce that because he reduces all damage he takes by 1.
Okay.
And all it does is I'll give him a cut.
Okay.
2.
And then I block his counter attempt.
Sounds good, because as you come up towards him, he looks at you and he attempted to rip you in half
Yeah,
by
that's his,
dissembling what makes you Adam.
that's his thing.
Yeah. He's like, he reaches to rip you in half, and you're like, nope, and you shank him. The cut goes deep. He screams as he screams, the wall behind him breaks in the dreaming, not in real life. In the dreaming, the wall behind him breaks, and we have a moment where he's the whole hospital is sideways now, and he is tumbling backwards. But his body is starting to glow in the dream as the wolf leaps up and lands on the sideways building. While he's falling, you have gravity on the side of the building. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. It's been so long since the wolf ate anything.
Well, let's assume you're gonna get to eat anything today.
Yeah, I'm gonna sink my teeth in.
Yeah, do it. Go toe to toe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go
Yeah.
toe to toe. Not get them good, because he's not weakened.
He's cut.
Beastly fighting.
He's cut.
Thick skin and hide.
I'll give you that because he's gonna disseminate you, and
right.
you have a -2 to the roll
Okay.
because he is switching to Dream Eater mode. He's
Got it.
not there yet. You've caught him by surprise.
Right. Yes. He's mid transformation.
He's mid transformation.
Okay. Let me untag those. Predict foe's next move.
I'll give. No, can't give you that. He's literally
Okay.
falling. You're getting the advantage. You're not going to
Okay.
get him good, but you're getting the
Okay.
advantage. I
Okay.
can't give that to you.
Let's go with that for now.
I
Go
believe-
toe to toe.
Yeah, do it.
Do I have everything right? I think I do.
You think you do.
I have a miss.
That's beautiful.
A 6 is a miss too, right?
6 is a miss too, yes. Also, you can't help him, he's in the dreaming. Like, you're literally in different scenes.
Different world.
So, you're leaping to get him, and as you're leaping up, he's moving his hands around, and he's destroying the ground that you're coming in. You see yourself leaping up for one, and he rips part of you out. Please mark a fade on 2 of your mythos.
Okay. Wait, I only have 2 mythos, so
Yeah, so
am I-
1 each.
Oh, 1 each. Okay, got it. Okay. Cool.
No problem, Priya. Rose, what is Venus doing? She's right there. He's on the wall screaming, and like the energies, the light is falling from his eyes.
Okay.
Also, please remember that there are other people here who just may have seen Adam try to shank someone.
Don't give a shit. Bigger
I
problem.
know you don't, but I want to point
very-
out to Mr. I'm really popular and people love me who
Mhm.
just try to shank someone.
You totally just took one of my traits away. So I'm like, let's burn it. Let's
Um,
burn it,
We're
baby.
very team. We will deal with the PR nightmare afterwards, I guess, today. Like,
I'd like to drag Abdul onto my shores.
Oh, what? Like pull him in the yeah.
So
have to
I
go
want
into the
to go
dream
into the
together.
dream, pull him into my pocket, and tear the. Okay, I don't think. Okay, what I want to try and do is stop holding back. I don't think I have enough to just beat him. What I want to do is I want to pull every defensive thing he has in our way off of him, as
I will
just
give it to
an
you.
army of souls just tear the light
I will
from him.
let you roll to change the game, to change the situation to the river Styx, but I will not let you stop holding back.
Okay.
Because I think that will put them, that will move him from the hospital to your domain, and that will lessen his defenses.
Okay.
But I won't let you stop holding back, mostly because
Mhm.
you're an NPC character, and 2, because I feel the situation makes more sense to have him brought to your world first before you worry about swarming him with the spirits.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna burn Even the Gods Fear Me.
Yeah, do it. Make the +3.
Alright.
He will be resisting with a 2
Okay,
or
so
blinded by the light.
net +1.
That +1.
Okay.
As you also fall asleep and slip into the dreaming.
Okay. And that's going to be, where is that?
just people randomly
Change the game.
collapsing all around us. This is gonna look great on the 6 o'clock news.
That's a 4.
So delicious. Okay. What it does, you reach out to try and grab the world to pull him in, and what you actually end up doing is you reach out and give him more power. So you see him glow full. He goes full Dream Eater, and he goes ha. Let's goes ha. The light that he is starts to encroach everywhere, and that includes real life. So where the two of you are, Priya and Jake, Priya and Adam, his eyes now glow wide, and the light starts to shine, and his body starts to disintegrate and turn into light. Good news, everyone! He's much harder to kill now.
In the dream, the wolf pulls down his power meter, and he's, oh my god, it's over 9,000.
Okay, everyone, you are now the combat will continue. You are now in a very precarious situation. Having reached a point where his power is about to max out, you may have one chance to stop him. It's up to you to decide how you wish to do it and why and what you do. But I will leave it entirely up to you. He is, however, jacked up. Like he's like he's got the Royds. He's got 2 guns to the gun show, and he's about to take you to town. All right, Priya. Let's do the roll off. Priya, Adam, what you
Can
got?
do I have enough dream juice to give to Priya?
What you gonna be like? Priya, drink this.
I'm gonna pop one too if I have enough.
I will not allow you. So you can one thing you can only stop putting back once. You do not have enough dream juice to give to Shanti
Okay.
or Priya.
Uh,
They have to pull up their own moves.
I will. That's all right. I will. I will burn him with my magical fire.
Ooh, you're gonna try and just go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Just keep trying to. You
have a
keep trying to kill him.
-3.
Okay.
However, you get to where's it called? What's the move called? Hang on a second. What's the move called? Due to the situation you are in, and because the way things work, you get to hit him with all you've got.
Love it.
There will be collateral damage in a hospital.
Yeah. I feel like I should take the weakness tag overwhelming destruction.
I think that's a good idea. You have a -3 to the roll.
Okay.
Good luck.
Burn a tag. Burn a tag.
I mean, I've already got stuff ticked. Does burning actually help me?
Yeah,
Burning gives you a +3.
Oh shit. Okay, so should I just burn
If you can
these tags
do a
instead?
+3, otherwise do that. But if you're like, oh, I can only get out like a 1 or a 2 here, the 3 is important.
I will burn magical fire since I am literally trying to burn the Dream Eater.
All right, sounds good. Let's see what you got. So you're
and-
rolling a +0, just a straight 2d6. Good luck.
Am I? Wait. How does I'm very confused now. I'm sorry.
So
It's
he has a
-3.
resistance.
You have a +3.
gives you a -3. You have a
Mm.
+3. It cancels out.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so in the power section, do I need to like do
Click.
anything?
In the power section, click the left side to mark that you burnt it, and then at the top, make sure it says 000, and then you're good.
Okay, so I cannot tick telekinetic or
Yeah, just take those off.
and I cannot tick overwhelming destruction.
Nope, take those all off. You're burning. As long as you burn something, you don't take anything else. You just get a
Okay.
+3,
Okay, I understand now. Thank you.
and then just roll a 10.
All right.
That was not a 10.
Why is this not working?
That's okay. This is dramatic tension. We'll get him.
Or not.
All right. Here's the news, Priya. We're gonna give it to you very carefully. I'm terribly sorry about this choice I'm gonna give you. You can burn him, but you will set the hospital on fire if that's something you don't want to do. Or you can choose not to burn him, but you will switch to Shanti because she's more capable than you are.
I will
And
switch.
Shanti, all Shanti cares about is the death of this person.
I will switch.
As long as you're comfortable with that.
Mhm.
Okay. As you make your switch, please mark 1 crack on your mission Vengeful Protection.
Okay.
In the meantime, as you try and do your fire and it just doesn't get anywhere, Shanti will scream and then just take over. And she insisted that she needs to get done. She's going to get the mission done. You okay with that? Heads up, Leona? You cool?
Yeah, I'm very confused about the mechanics and like why that didn't work when it seemed like that was the better option? Like, I
It
feel like I
was the
should've
better
stuck,
option,
I
but
feel like
you
I
rolled
should've
a
stuck
3
with
and a
the
1.
prior, like what I was already planning to do. Like, would that have actually worked better?
Nope, because you rolled a 4. That's the problem. You just put with a
Ah,
3 and a 1. You just rolled a
okay.
4. It just didn't work.
Got it.
It's the simple. The dice did not come out for you, and that's
Okay,
it.
that makes
I'm
sense.
terribly sorry.
It's all good. I'm just very confused by the mechanics. It's all good.
It's all good. Mo,
Adam,
you're up.
Adam is going to try to capture the dream eater.
How?
I can catch and trap things with my body.
Oh, you're gonna just.
So I'm literally going to like Rubik's cube around him, and I'm going to
I like
burn
it. I like it.
feels no pain to do so.
I don't think his resistances help him when it comes to just being held.
Yep.
So I will give you a change to game with your burn to do that, and that will trap him there, but it doesn't stop him from hurting you.
Yep.
So give me a roll.
All right. So I don't have any minuses.
Nope, you have no minuses.
So
because
I only
all you're
have
doing is trapping him.
I only have +3. Okay.
+3.
15.
All right. Before you do that, you need to untick some of your things because you have like 5 things ticked.
What do you mean?
You have fair and reputation, memorable face, source of authority.
So I
upgradable
untick
weapons.
stuff after I use it?
You can
what
just
do is you
hit
click the
reset.
reset at the top
Okay.
right. But don't worry about it. Even if you didn't have those, you still
I
would have
still
rolled
rolled a
10.
12. Okay.
So you get
So I have a 12.
3 things. Yeah. So you get 3 things to do on that list.
Okay. So I'm going to create
Story
a story
tag is trapped.
story tag trapped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to scale. Can I scale up the effect?
Yes, you can. So he's double trapped.
And let's see. He doesn't. The only status he has is cut, huh?
Yep, that's it. And you trapping me is not gonna make that higher.
Yeah. I know.
Trap is cut.
Can I make him? Can I make him blind?
Yeah, okay. I mean, in the real world, yes. No, you can't because yeah, you can give him the status blind. I'll give it that. He can't see outside. He's trapped inside. What does it look like?
So it's gross.
Okay.
Adam jumps into the hole that the Dream Eater made in the wall in the hospital and figures out the funky physics change as he falls and then flies past the wolf.
Just a heads up. Are you doing this in the dreaming or in real life?
I'm trying to go through the hole he made into the dreaming.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna go into the dreaming and trap him there. Okay, that's an even stronger vibe. All right, carry on.
And you see Adam's clothes get moist, not bloody, because he doesn't really bleed. And globs of flesh start to unwrap from Adam and wrap themselves around the Dream Eater. And he is this lumpy meat pastry.
Nice.
It's not pretty.
Screw it, we're doing it. That's what's happening. Okay, I will let that shut down his light because I think that's fair. But there's a problem now. The 3 of you have left, and only Priya is meeting them in real life. So Priya has to take care of this by themselves in real life. Just a heads up. I want you to know that.
That's fine.
Priya, good luck. Okay.
Well, specifically Shanti.
Yeah,
Specifically Shanti.
It's fine. It's Shanti. It's fine.
Okay, so with that done and dusted, in the dreaming, Wolf, Venus, there is a ball of flesh that is holding back the Dream Eater. What do you want to do?
Mechanically speaking,
Yeah.
are his how much of his defenses are still up?
With that down, his defenses are the shield that he's in.
Okay.
Mo is his new defense.
Okay. Does he have any to die rolls? Are there any penalties? Could I hit with full force or
Depends on
whatever
what you're
that
trying to
is?
do. What are you trying to do?
You can stab right through like one of my rib cages that
I
are
will
expanded.
I will allow that you can make an attack through, but he only has a -1 because his light has been cut off.
Okay. Yeah, I have a cool thing, but it's gonna sound a lot cooler if I could make sure that's actually the final blow. Okay.
It's a little early for that.
I know. But Venus is going to like after landing badly in the dream and him taking power from her, she's going to go full like she's gonna lean into herself as much as possible. She goes into the like liquid form. Her corporeal body is reflecting like starlight as she forms the sword made of screaming souls.
Nice.
The black flame crown appears as she walks towards him and says, I fucking made you and I'll unmake you. Dust to fucking dust, and stabs him.
All right, give me a roll. Hit him with everything you've got.
Okay.
You have a -1 to this roll.
Okay. One's fate is sealed. Wield souls like weapons, and I see the sins on your soul. The -1. The -1. There we go. And then hit with all you've got. Come on. 8.
8. Pick 1 from the list.
Okay.
Also, pick 2 from the list.
Oh, sweet. Pick. Why? Why do I get to pick 2?
You get per. Oh no, sorry. You get 2 1. I thought it was 2
okay.
from the list.
I thought like you were like pulling something like, yeah, you totally get 2 at a price. I'm like, what's the price? What's the price? What's the price?
No. You're good. Just go for it.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Can I? So one of the options is take 1 juice. I'm not sure what that does.
Juice is used to change the game.
Okay.
So that's what you'd use to add to change the game rules if you're planning to change the game after this.
Okay. Let's get him good.
All right. I'm gonna add up to that. He is looking, even dream-wise, he's looking slightly weakened, especially because his real life self is being bombarded by Shanti being like, I'm gonna bitch you. You get him good, and that's it.
Yep.
All right. I will increase cuts and add an extra one of dream rendered at 3. So he's on 2 and 3. He is not looking good in both sides of the world. Finally, Wolf, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. What's up? How are you? How's family?
I live in a dream. You know how it is.
Yeah, good.
No, that's just vibing, you know?
Yeah, good holiday? Yeah.
It will be better once the session's over. So
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
So wrap it up, kids.
Yeah.
I got shit to do.
Okay. What are the people's names again in the hospital? This is
all of
to
them?
our next move. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my conundrum is I don't want to hurt Adam, and like the wolf's moves right now are pretty
big boy moves. Listen, if you hurt Adam, he can take it. He's unstoppable. He'll just take a bit of damage.
That's true, but
bring it.
Okay, how
just
is
kill them both.
Here's my question. If I killed, or if I try to do enough damage to undo this thing or kill this thing, what do I think will happen to the person on the other side in the real world?
You have no idea. You do not know enough about the dreaming to know what that means.
Damn it.
I don't think we even know what happens if it's a regular dreamer, let alone
Yeah.
a dream eater.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go in and because it's wolf time, so teeth, bite, fight, be beastly.
All right. Do you care if Mo is hurt?
I do.
In which case, you have a
No.
-3 to your roll.
No.
Boo.
No.
I would like to burn beastly fighting.
All right. Give you a +3. -3 +3, 2d6. Good luck. Roll a 4
Okay.
for me, baby.
So that's just a straight roll then, right?
Yeah, straight roll.
Okay. And sorry, this is go toe to toe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get no. Give it all you've got because
Give it all you've got.
you
Okay.
don't.
hit
But
with
do
all
you
you've
care about
got.
Mo?
I do.
Then yeah, it's toe to toe.
No.
Okay. Okay. So if I care about not hurting Adam, it's go toe to toe.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Here
If
we
you
go.
don't care about nothing element, it's hit you over the
And it is a miss. Sorry.
Oh, look at all these misses making my life better. Right. How can
Hold
I
on. Hold on. Can I help?
No. He's literally going out of his way to not hurt you.
I know. I'm trying to help.
Teamwork. Combo move.
Do you have a help or do you have a hurt?
I have a help.
If you had a hurt, I'd have given it to you.
Come
Like you
on.
wouldn't have said the
Sacrificing
opposite
yourself.
thing if it was the other way around. Come on.
No, that's why I said they asked for a hurt. I was like, they went out of their way to not hurt you. You can't help them. They're trying to avoid you, but you can hurt them.
I
by
could get out the
sacrificing
way.
upon yourself.
I am literally.
Can you
like-
reconfigure so that
Yes.
it's easier to hit?
Yes.
Yeah, like
In this one instance, this one time,
Yay.
I will
Okay.
allow you to help to make that a 7.
You have a
thanks,
7.
DM.
You get to pick
Okay.
between giving them a status, which would be something that will probably take them out
Mm-hmm.
in this part of the world. Also, hold on, avoiding or dodging the blows,
Mm-hmm.
or if I can find it, achieving your goal, taking something they hold.
I'm really tempted to take something of theirs, but I think
What would you like
for
it to be?
convenience. What's that?
What would you like it to be if you took something?
I want to take Holly back out. That
That's
might
an
be too much.
interesting choice. I'll tell you now, Holly is not in that dream either.
It's not okay.
Yeah, so that's not an option for you to take out.
Okay, then that's fine. I will then inflict a status, but I would like.
Can
I
he
would
increase
like-
his status?
Yes. In
What
fact,
is
if
that?
you inflict a
Let's do
status,
that.
you could increase the dream rendered to make it higher.
Let's do that. I'd like to give Venus the option of having an exit monologue and finish move if they would like. But I
I'll give
wanted
it to
have
you in 1 second because although that is great, we still have the real life version to do. Shanti, hi Shanti, how you doing? There is a vulnerable man who has hit the ground and his eyes that are glowing are starting to fade. A man who definitely has been hurting someone, even if it was unintentional, for quite a while. What would you like to do?
Shanti is the vengeful spirit who does not want to see women harmed. On top of that, this is the Dream Eater. Or so she thinks. As far as she knows, this is the Dream Eater. And until that color, until that Dream Eater energy is gone, well, at least until then, I can't say what she does after that. No, she's going to squeeze that out of him. No, enough is enough.
All right. Please describe what you do to finish him. Also, you know that penalty earlier, how you have to flip the team book?
Mhm.
If you make sure this person can never hurt anyone ever again, you no longer have to flip a team book. You
Well,
have reinstated Shanti in your life.
I had to flip 2. I had to switch
Yeah.
one mythos to a locus and a locus to a mythos. Both of those would be
That-
gone?
Both of those will be gone. Shanti will be permanent in your life and something else will happen.
See, now that's just juicy.
But you have to make sure this person cannot
gonna be
hurt
bad.
anyone else
No.
ever again.
I mean, it's Shanti talking right now, and I don't think she cares about the consequences. She will try again with the magical fire.
No, you don't get to roll. It just happens.
Oh, okay.
They've
Okay.
disabled the Dream Eater in the dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
You get to finish it here, and Venus gets to finish it there.
Okay. Yeah, then it's just the magical fire.
Tell me what happens.
Priya is just kind of standing there, like almost like standing still in the hallway, like maybe her hands are extended, but that's kind of about it. But we can see that Priya doesn't really look like Priya. And it very much looks like Shanti, like her face has changed, like, you know, the hair is kind of blowing in the spooky wind, kind of the very ghostial things. Is that a word, ghostial? You know what I mean.
Spectral.
Spectral, thank you. And we just see this, like, ghostly flame. Like, this is a spectral flame. Like, this isn't a real flame. It's not actually, along, like, it's not actually burning the floor as it moves, but you see this flame come from, like, Priya's feet and just, like, snake its way to Abdul and just engulf him.
There's a bit where we hear Abdul's screams, and everyone in the hospital has turned around and is just watching in horror as this happens. Most of them can't do anything to act. All they can do is stare, including Padma. Venus, please take your last action before you no longer become a player character.
Mm-hmm. The Sword of Souls is still sticking through the Dream Eater / Abdul's chest. And she grabs the handle of it and pulls him down to eye level with her. And she looks what's left of him in the eyes and says, "We had a deal, and no one breaks a deal with me. I'm back for what's mine." And she's going to behead him and kick his body into the river.
Nice. At that same moment of his head going and his body burning, something leaves him and slams directly back into you. You take a breath, and the river flows one last time, and suddenly all the questions you wished answered are immediately answered. Thank you for playing Venus. We enjoyed it. Have a good time. Now it's a look. Now the actor is now playing me.
Can she disappear into the water?
Yeah, go on and fuck it.
Yeah, just like turns and almost with a bow falls and dissolves into the water.
Meanwhile, we're going to cut the scene unless someone has something they would like to do. So I'd like to do a quick wrap up of things and then make sure everyone's all right.
I mutter profanities as Venus slips away.
The wolf pads towards the river and says, "You owe us a name."
I do.
Oh, shit!
That comes later. Don't worry about it.
A hand slips out with a note that just says 3 letters. I. O. You. There is a moment later in the night where a man in a very nice suit is seen in the hallway of a very wet hospital handing money to people. You didn't see anything.
All right. I think that is enough for us to end most of today's session. We're not ending now because I have a few things to do. So if there's anything you want to do to wrap up the scene, you're welcome to it. Padma will never speak to you again. Padma saw what happened there and instantly left her home. Nandi, having remembered the parts in between, stays in the hospital, but Padma has cut all ties with the production and refuses to work with them. This has driven Nandi to a state that he cannot explain, and his production company has shut down currently. The three people in the hospital will recover eventually without too much of a problem, but Erin Kent's job is mostly done. The perfume will be releasing in 1 month. What would you like for your final scenes? Mo, you don't get to choose.
I've got one.
Not you.
Damn
no,
it.
no, no.
Damn
you
it.
you
Damn
are
it.
Holly currently. You're gonna be
I
waking
know.
up. Let's do these. Actually, no. Let's do you now. Fuck it. Why not? Let's do it.
So the first post-credit sequence or mid-credit roll is smoke coming from a cigarette in a hospital bed.
In a hospital bed.
There's a disabled smoke detector next to her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As Holly is sitting up in bed. And then it cuts.
That's fair. I'll give you that. How about you three?
Oh no, sincerely.
We had just a moment of the wolf padding through the forest towards a cabin. There's no light in the cabin this time. The wolf paws the door open and sees a figure of Granny sitting in the chair. It looks like I didn't need to feed after all. I'm glad we didn't close the book on us just yet. I hope we never will.
And Priya, do you want to see? You can have a scene with Shanti. You can have a scene with someone else. You could try and get in contact with Padma to see if she would be able to look at you again. Whatever you want.
I mean, I feel like Shanti will accept. I don't think this is the first time that Shanti has had this sort of experience where she has been a little too terrifying. As both Priya and Shanti, like the two of them, like protecting when they protect someone, it doesn't always go well. It doesn't always turn into a Julieta where they're still friends afterwards. Sometimes it's just, oh fuck, this bitch is terrifying, and the girl runs away, but at least she has done her job. So I don't think she's actually like super worried, I guess, about Padma because she feels like that was all that was needed to be done there. Like Padma will figure out her life and start anew elsewhere. Um I do think it was a lot though. I think Priya and Shanti both went through a lot, and I think I'm trying to think of where they would go for solace.
What?
And it's like I can almost envision this close like a post credit scene that's like her like sitting on a park bench or something. Like she's just somewhere out in nature just to like try and take care of herself, I guess.
Do you want to say you leave the team for a bit? AKA between this and the next adventure, you like just take a break from them
No,
just to try and get back to yourself. No, all right, that's what to.
no, she's all right. She just like needs a like. Do you know what I mean? Like it's almost like the downtime between cases, almost where she needs to recover. Like, just take a day for herself.
All right, that sounds fair. Venus will leave a message for you all on the phone saying you should come and meet her and she'll have a name for you. Actually, no, she'll come and meet you because it makes more sense to do that. While you are at the diner, Venus will come in, full on dressed, long hair, looking fabulous, giving
Back.
Adam a wink, and is like, "Ah, did you miss me?
No.
You could at least pretend."
I don't do that.
Me neither.
You owe us a name.
What do you want?
I came to pay my side of the bargain. I came to give you what you wanted. As always, my promise was set in, and I appreciate the work you do to bring me back. I'd always suspected that perhaps my machinations would get me in trouble. I'm really glad I backed the right team this time. She sits down and she starts to write, and she puts a full stop on, and she picks it up, and she puts a piece of paper on the table. And she goes, "Know this. There is something very, very, very wrong with our world. And meddling in affairs that are well and truly beyond you might add a risk you are not prepared for. I wish you the best of luck in what you're trying to find, and always remember, despite our differences, I am rooting for you. Everything ends eventually." And with that, she gets up, orders a milkshake to go, and heads to a lovely car, which leaves. The piece of paper sits on the desk, unturned.
I turn it.
What is the name of your fifth member?
Is that what the paper
We'll
says?
get back to you.
No, that is the name. The name of the fifth member of the Dreamers
Mhm.
is written on there. The
Right.
member that didn't join.
That's right.
At which point, the credits will flow. Everything's fine. And about halfway through the credits, Mo, do you remember that Adam has the number to Aaron Kent?
Yes.
You should call that number right now during the post credits.
I'm gonna do it eventually.
No, do it right now for the love of Christ. We only get a voice fairly feminine. And what we do see is a boardroom, large and sprawling, and someone sat in a chair with their back to the camera. And we see them pick up the phone. Their hands are delicate and beautiful, and they pick it up and they go, "Hello?"
You're trafficking into things you don't understand.
You see them smile as they're listening. And then they lean back and they go, "It's really you. At least, I guess, a version of you. Not everything really works. How long has it been?"
I've been looking for you for a long time.
"I'm really glad you found me. I wouldn't want my greatest creation to go amiss."
I'm coming.
They spin and we see Aaron Kent for the first time. Androgynous looking, incredibly beautiful, as all characters are, leaning to the phone and going, "I wouldn't miss it for the world. See you soon." Click. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you much for playing today's session. I really appreciate everything that's gone through. I hope you're all having a great time. And this is the end of Out of Action. We'll be back for the next arc, which is the Aaron Kent Foundation, and to work out how things are going there and what's about to happen to that. Do we have any things you'd like to say before we close up? Any final goodbyes? Or we're
We
gonna go
should probably do our
straight-
outros. But
I'm about to. I was
Okay.
literally about to say, is there anything else you want to say before we continue? Everyone cool?
You such
All
and
right.
such.
All right. In that case, thank you very much, audience, for watching Heaven on High, episode 6, Out of Action. Would like to thank our chat mods for their incredible work. Would like to thank our amazing patrons for allowing us to be here. If it weren't for you giving us money every single time, we would not be ad-free and independent. Because of you, we're able to play games that we enjoy without worrying about publishing companies and system popularity. You can join the Heroic Lunch and be one of the cool patrons at happyjacks.org/patron. Leona, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Leona. I am playing Priya, aka Shanti, aka Shanti Priya today. You can find me on Instagram at the Leona Maple, and that is a very good place to follow me. We will not be streaming next week because I'm going on a little adventure, so that's why you might want to follow my Instagram, because you might be able to find out a little bit about this little secret adventure and
mysteries within mysteries.
Mysteries within mysteries. That's all I can tell you right now, but it's gonna be glorious. So you should join in on that adventure. And then we will be back with more of this good mind-boggling stuff. So see you then.
Mo.
Yo ho, I'm Mo. You can catch me at AshyFeet1 on Twitter when I'm on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter much. You can see some of my work at ashyfeet.com, and I think I have a new AP coming out called Hella XP that you can subscribe to on your podcasty things.
All right, Joe.
Hi, everybody. I am your outro player, Joe. I've been outro playing as Jacob and the Big Bad Wolf today. I hope you enjoyed it. You can follow me. Everything's all right. I'll be the one to tuck you in at night. And if you want to leave, I can guarantee you won't find anybody else like me.
And Rose.
Hi, I've been Rose, playing Venus for the last time, and Holly is back. Strap yourselves down. It's going to be wild. You can find me on at roserpgs.card.co, 2 R's in card. Thanks for watching, everybody.
And I've been Lloyd. You can find me right here because that's how I live my life. Our next game will be on the 17th of February. Join us for episode 7, where we slip and try and solve the problem with Aaron Kent's Foundation. If you want to catch our past episodes, with happyjacks.org/heaven on high. We've got all the other APs, happyjacks.org/ just happyjacks.org, actually. That's perfectly fine. Thank you much for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see y'all later.
Bye.